Behold now, and working together with God, we entreat also that ye receive not the grace of God in vain. For he saith, at an acceptable time I hearkened unto thee, and in a day of salvation did I succor thee. Behold, now is the acceptable time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. The present time is precious, it has come like a ship with a valuable cargo. Fleeting moments are not empty vessels, they are full of grace, life, salvation. Behind the veil of time they hide eternity. It is not time to dream or drift, it is time to be awake. Yesterday was not today, and tomorrow will no longer be today. Behold now. But let us not be hasty, we readily propose to make our time God's time. We may propose, but God disposes. Times are unequal. In a life there may be long stretches of vanity, and sleeping where it can only be said, behold, not now. And suddenly a fleeting moment when it becomes true. Now is the acceptable time.
The history of humanity does not differ. Long periods with no distinctive color. When nations sleep,
between them perhaps only a year. When history's hour strikes, doors long barred flung open, staggering questions alive in many hearts. Century-old burdens thrown off, people become aware of what history really seeks to accomplish. This is the Bible's way. God does not pass over the world like a steamroller, level in all times. There are times of ignorance where we can speak only of God's patience. Amos mentions a famine of hearing God's words when people wander from sea to sea and not find him. Luther remarked, the preaching of the gospel is like a moving rain, a storm. Where it strikes, it strikes. What it misses, it does not return. It is not self-evident that you exactly now should find the turning point. The kingdom of God is not ruled by our needs. It is not self-evident that any preacher speaks God's word rather than man's. The things of God are not stacked in a stock room. The Spirit moves where it will. Genuine seasons of God are not the result of human endeavors. They come overnight, and when they arrive they make themselves known not in words and books, but in a demonstration of power. Natural as fruit on a tree, different from our ecclesiastical presumptions. But there is a driving power in Paul's words. We press the question, why not now? Do not people sin and suffer and die now? It is now that life asks its questions, the one necessity on which everything depends. Should this not be possible now? It is not impossible that our time should come under the command, behold now. Why should God be farther from us than from Paul?
here is the mystery. If our why not is wholly serious, it's not made disappear.
When people have learned they can only wait for God, they no longer need to wait. When they no longer delude themselves that they possess God, then God is near. When they recoil at the distance separating them from God, He is very near. When they become lowly enough to lift their eyes, their salvation has come nigh. Such people see at the far end of our pathways a great light, and its name is grace. Grace is strong and profound. It reaches into the depth and makes all things new. It is very near to every person in every age. What we are all waiting for, longing to possess, but cannot produce. Only a thin wall stands between God's grace and ourselves. A holy impatience grips such
People, may not the grace of God be near us in vain.
May we not close our eyes rise to the light. This burden makes them co-workers with God. When such people are found who have descended into the depth and found grace, then it becomes true. Behold now. Paul was such a man, he learned humility and found grace in the presence of Christ. He could no longer endure the vanity of time. He found eternity. What shall we say of our time? Look about for such people. Perhaps they have appeared unseen, unheard, not yet understood. Be such people yourselves. If you can, why not? Everything is prepared. If only we are prepared. A Christ who makes Paul speak as he spoke. We have Christ removes the difference in the times. Christ fills the desert with living water. Christ touches the dead and they rise. What are we waiting for? It is God who works both to will and to do. Therefore work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.